everyone. This is Sean Anthony Live, and I'm excited for my next guest. He is the mayor-elect of Whitehall, Ohio, and he's making history of being the first African-American mayor of the city of Whitehall in Ohio, Mr. Mayor-elect Michael Bivens. Welcome to the program. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited, just so humbled to even share the vision of Whitehall with you and with your listeners.
Absolutely. So, have you been able to soak in the magnitude of making history of being the first Black mayor of Whitehall?
You know what? I really have not, and here is why. I've been going through a revolution in my heart and mind as it relates to this because while on this campaign trail, I found a photograph of my great great grandmother Rachel Mann. And in that photograph, it was taken in Urban Crest at Union Baptist Church. And she was 90, I want to say 92 years old. And the picture was taken in 1916.
Hmm.
So when you do the math on that, she was a praying woman at Union Baptist Church in Urban Crest, Ohio, but was born a slave.
Wow.
And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you look at 1863 as the Emancipation Proclamation, and she was well into her adult years by the time that picture was taken. And I think about my great great grandmother, Rachel Mann, born a slave, free in Urban Crest, Ohio. And I look into her eyes and I think about her prayers have led to this moment.
How about that?
How
That's
about that?
yeah. So you were the city's attorney for
Yes.
some time. What was it that made you decide to run for the mayor of Whitehall?
The biggest thing that made me that was my determining factor was wanting to continue the progress in the city of Whitehall. My wife and I moved to the city when we were 30-ish, almost 20 years ago. And at the time, it was a city that was welcoming to young people, welcoming to young families, a city where we could put our kids into the school that was here, because we're a single school district. And it was also very progressive and open and diverse as it relates to families and young families just doing the best they can with their resources. And when the door opened for me to come into this role, I jumped through the door so that I could continue the progress with the mind towards keeping the city inviting to the young Michael and Joy Bivens that was 20 years ago, that's just trying to raise their family, have a safe community, have good schools, have good city services, even have access to different housing stock, because there's affordable housing in here, there's mid-range housing, and then there's also, the $500,000 houses. But that's the community of Whitehall that I would love to maintain, with the mind towards keeping it open, keeping it secure, keeping it safe, and keeping it progressive.
Awesome. So, as the city attorney, what were some of the things you learned in that position compared to being a personal attorney?
That's a great question. When I was a personal attorney, I always had a sneaky suspicion that when you switch to the other side and you start setting policy, then if you have a heart of righteousness, then that policy that's implemented will be righteous towards the people that it impacts. And I always had that suspicion as a personal attorney when I was confronting government officials. So I wanted to make the switch to actually become a government official so that I could set the policy that actually is righteous, helpful, and impactful for the people that it serves. And since then, as city attorney in the past 8 years, I've had a great victim advocate that's been empowering victims. I've had our prosecutors in mayor's court that you could come into our mayor's court in Whitehall thinking you were going to get a charge and walk out with a job. So that's the effect of being the policymaker.
Amazing.
And
Now,
now I'm taking it to the big leagues in the mayor's office.
yes, you are. Now, you mentioned that in previous interviews that as mayor, one of your priorities is to continue to develop the city to decrease poverty. What type of developments are you open to having in Whitehall, in addition to what may already be in progress?
Well, I'm open to any program that is about uplifting and changing lives. The things that we've already done and already have implemented, we have a great community partner from Discover who is bringing its corporate headquarters here. But a part of their business model is to recruit Whitehall residents to their occupation. And so that model by itself, if duplicated by some of the other business partners that are in the city, would go a long way to decreasing our poverty rate in our 5 square miles. But it doesn't stop there. We have to build bridges to our community, other community partners that are about exposure, that are about life skills training, like the African American Male Wellness Agency, like our local churches. They have to be a part of the conversation, because these people are specialists in changing hearts. You just can't throw money at public safety issues if you're not changing the hearts and minds of the people that it's impacting. And that's what I intend to do by increasing exposure and increasing access to opportunities.
Excellent, excellent. Well, you've got my support. Anything that I can do to help progress your mission, I'm here for it, man. Again, thank you so much for your time.
No, I appreciate you.
Yeah,
I tell you what, you don't look like you, the way you dress, you're not dressed for radio. You need to be on somebody's television.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Well, congratulations again, Mayor-elect Michael Bivens. Lord willing, I'll be there at the inauguration.
Would love to have you.
That's New Year's Eve, right?
It is. It's going to be on December 31st at noon on the steps of Whitehall City Hall. It's never been done before, and it's definitely never been done before by somebody that looks like you and me.
Yes. Well, congratulations to you and your family, and I will see you then. Thank you so much. Mayor-elect Michael Bivens. Thank you.
Have a great day. God bless you.